Clinton launched a fierce broadside at the Republican candidates over what they said on women's issues at last week's debate, and in particular at Marco Rubio's position on abortion.
When one of their major candidates, a much younger man, the senator from Florida, says there should be no exceptions for rape and incest, that is as offensive and as troubling a comment as you can hear from a major candidate running for the presidency.
Mark, we thought that Marco Rubio's no exception stance, which is shared by the likes of Scott Walker and Mike Huckabee, we thought that was politically a big deal when we first heard it. How vulnerable do you think Republicans have left themselves to this line of attack that Hillary launched today?
Very vulnerable because, look, George Bush didn't have this position, John McCain didn't, Mitt Romney didn't. It doesn't affect that many women in the country, but it is such an emotional issue. The polls are clear on this issue. And these guys taking this position, Hillary Clinton wants to be on offense. There's still rumbling that she's not doing particularly well on a variety of measures. This puts her back on offense. And the person who agrees with her is Jeb Bush. His campaign thinks that this position would be lethal in a general election.
Look, the gender gap is a huge problem for Republicans. It has been part of the reason why they've lost 5 out of the last 6 popular votes in America. She's going to win the women's vote if she's the Democratic nominee. But widening that gap is a huge goal of hers going forward. And you're, obviously right. The Planned Parenthood issue, I think, is on her side. This issue is 150% on her side. It's a crazy position politically to be in.
Rubio in the debate was a little bit unclear. In a CNN interview, he was a little unclear. Even in the Meet the Press interview yesterday, where he seemed to be saying that he supported these, he did not support exceptions for women who have abortions who are victims of rape or incest. He went over the line, though, enough for her to seize on it. And her calling him a much younger man is filled with meaning.
Right.
Complicated meaning.
But look, the Rubio position is being characterized this way publicly in a lot of places. And what you are not hearing is the Rubio campaign stand up and say, no, that's not our position. And that means to me that is his position.
In the Clinton household, being on offense is better than being on defense.